Hey guys, it's Rod from DVC.SH.Figuarts.com, and today I'm bringing to you the unboxing and review for Dragon Ball S.H.Figuarts Bulma Adventure Begins. So, this figure was released back in November of 2019 originally, and it's been reissued a couple of times, and this is the latest reissue that I was thankfully able to pick up when I was in Tokyo at the Tamashii Nation store. So this one retails for $55. And yeah, as far as Bulma figures go, we have had this one, and then we've had the one with her Namek outfit, and then we've also had these two Wasteland versions of Bulma. So yeah, so this is clearly from her first appearance in Dragon Ball, as you can see by the logo here, is when we first got to see her on the first episode, meeting Goku and shooting him. So yeah, I mean, that's some background on the figure, and then other than that, let's get started by looking at the box. But before that, make sure you check out my website, dvcshfigs.com, where you can find an archive of every release of Dragon Ball SH Figuarts ever. The website is constantly being updated so that it has all the newest information. And also recently just added a new tab called Amazon Deals, where I put all the best figures that you can find on Amazon that have a good to great price. So yeah, check those out if you want to pick up some of these Dragon Ball SH Figuarts. I recommend it. But yeah, back to the unboxing. Let's take a look at the box first. So typical Dragon Ball SH Figuarts box, we have the white, and then it's usually showing like the main color of the figure. So we have like a pink background here. We have an image of the figure, and then we have the golden sticker, which golden means this is a Japanese figure, silver means it's an American figure. And we also have the little Tamashii Nation's quality sticker. It's little because it's the reissue. The original one would have a big circle here. So yeah, we have a few other faces. Onto the side, we have the name of the figure. And then in the back, it just explains more about the modeling and puts the figure in different poses as well. And then on the side here, we have a couple more pictures. You know, we have her pointing, and we have her holding one of the accessories, the capsules. And then on top here, we just have her random foot for some reason. And then down here is her face. So yeah, let's get this one out of the box. So this is the figure right out of the box, and in the clamshell, in case anybody's interested in what it looks like, I will be going over all the accessories that the figure comes with. So right now, let's just take a look at this. Okay. And then it also comes with a little booklet explaining how to change the faces, how to change the hands, stretching the joint or something. You know, how to take care of your figure and attach the accessories. Yeah. So here is the figure right out of the box. And honestly, it looks like a very vibrant picture, and it honestly resembles the character so well that I'm actually really liking this. You know, we have her blue hair really stands out, especially as a contrast with the red bow. And then the pink is a really nice pink. I hope the camera picks it up well. But yeah, it looks really great. But first we'll start with the accessories. So first, let's take a look at the face that it comes with. It's like a smiling, naive. And then for other faces, we have a even more cheerful face with her like having her mouth open. And then we have a scared face, as in like Master Roshi's around, so you gotta be careful. And then we have a small Dragon Ball. I'm trying to find the star. Okay, hopefully the camera picks it up, but it's the 2-star Earth Dragon Ball. So that's pretty cool. And then we have a little Dragon Ball radar, which is cool. Always wanted one of these. And as you can see, it has a little hole in the back so you could attach it to one of the hands. We have an extra gun holster. Let me see if I can pick up. These things are so little that sometimes it's hard to pick up. Okay, so there's the holster. And a pistol, the one that she uses to shoot Goku. And as you can tell on the figure, it already comes with one. However, this one is all molded together. You can't take out the gun. So what you would do, if you want to put the gun on her, you would put it on her hand and then change out the holster. That way it doesn't look like she has two guns. And then as for hands, we have a gun holding hand. We have a pointing hand. We have like not a pointing hand. I mean, it could be a pointing hand, but it's kind of like a gotcha or I got an idea kind of hand. And then we have this gloved hand that has a little part sticking out, and that's where the dragon radar would go in. And then we have just kind of like a, oops, almost like a handshake hand. And same thing for the other hand, almost like a handshake hand. And then lastly, we have this hand that's holding one of the capsules. So no, you cannot take the capsule off. This one's just attached to the hand. They don't want you losing those little pieces. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the accessories you get. Reminder, this is a $55 figure, so we'll go over that later, but yeah. Now we'll be moving on to the review part of the video. So first we have articulation. So let's start at the bottom with these sneakers. You have an ankle rocker that rotates pretty good. Honestly, you have a lot of range of motion. The foot goes up and down. And are you able to, oh, I guess not. You're not able to fold in the toes. That's something you could do in your figures. I'm not sure if it was implemented back then. But yeah, then her knees, they kind of look weird in the back. It looks like she has balls on the back of her knees. It kind of looks weird. But as far as articulation, I mean, you're able to fold all the way up. You would be able to go higher if it wasn't for the skirt. So that's pretty good range. And then you're able to move outward. And whoa, look at that. So far in. That's a huge range. So that's pretty cool. And then not much. You're able to move her, twist her a little. And then as far as the waist goes, she is able to rotate 360 there. She has a little, good enough for a nap crunch. And then upward, just straight, doesn't go any more back than that. And then as far as the shoulder joint, 360, outward, butterfly inward. You know, pretty good, honestly. The legs and the arms feel really good. And then you're able to rotate the arm still, even though it's in a sleeve here. And then unfortunately has that weird thing that's going on with the knee over here with the elbow. It's like a circle, looks weird. But it does offer great range, to be honest. So if you don't mind it looking that way, it's honestly pretty good range. And then as far as the hand, able to rotate at the wrist fully. Comes in a little and then comes out a lot. Honestly, she has a lot of, of range in her joints, just pretty cool. And then as far as the head goes, full 360, look down. She looks up a good amount, not fully, but a good amount. So yeah, I mean, articulation, the only con I could see on this is, for whatever reason, not being able to fold her sneakers. I mean, I've had sneakers before, and I know people don't like to fold their sneakers like that or crease them, but I mean, the figure should have it, right? I don't think she minds. So honestly, as far as that goes, articulation, I gotta go with 4. It would have been a 5 to be honest, but I just don't know why it's missing that, because I really I like her whole range of motion here. It's just the skirt that's coming in play there, but she's a starfish basically. So that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, even on top, you're able to move the ponytail whichever way you want, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, if I did like decimal points, this would be like a 4.8 or 4.9, but I don't, so I can't give her a 5 just because of that. So I'll give her a 4. And then as far as accuracy now, I mean, I'll show you this picture right here, and then you be the judge. I mean, I think it's one of the most accurate figures I've ever seen, in my opinion. Like, there's literally nothing I would change about her. She looks great. And then even if you want to be more accurate, I know some people will probably ask, so I'll just dedicate like 3 seconds to this, but there's a scene where she like flashes her underwear, and even that matches. So I mean, I think you can't really be more accurate than that. So that's a 5 for me. Next up, price to plastic ratio. So I think this is one where she will suffer a little, just because you have to remember this is a $55 figure. So remember, it comes with 3 total faces, Dragon Ball and Dragon Radar, which are cool, but they're really small accessories, to be honest. Not a whole lot of plastic there. She comes with an extra gun and holster. And then 7 total alternate hands, which is the usual for a $34.99 figure. So if they wanted to say that this is a premium figure, they could have charged like 40, 45, and I'd be okay with that. But 55 is a little high, although it's a great figure. So honestly, I probably have to give it a 3 on price to plastic. I just feel like being $20 more than a regular release, and basically the only difference is having like small pieces of plastic here does not equal $20 more, in my opinion. And then now we'll move on to scale. And for scaling purposes, I have another Dragon Ball OG figure. This is the Goku Innocent Challenger. And we'll have him standing here next to Bulma. So I'm gonna pop up this picture right here, and you're gonna see that, I mean, let me preface this by saying that there's not a whole lot of pictures that I was able to find to compare these two, specifically Goku with his orange key outfit. So I was able to find this from the first episode, and Goku's hair reaches about the eyes of Bulma. And then with this, unfortunately, looks like the hair reaches basically the top of Bulma. So she does look to be a little smaller, but then again, this Goku might be a little older than the Goku showing there, so it might make sense, but just in this comparison, but honestly, if I see the head of Goku on the photo, the head ends like around the neck part, and it does too, and here as well, so that's accurate. Maybe this Goku just has very large hair. So honestly, based on that, I'd give it a 5, but you let me know what you think. I mean, I think it's very spot on. I think this Goku right here just has very tall hair that pushes his complete height basically almost to Bulma's height. And then lastly, we have shelf presence. So shelf presence, like I said before, is the most biased out of all of these categories, you know. Would you like this figure on your shelf, basically? Does it fit your criteria for what you display? You know? And then, I mean, for me, the fact that there's not a whole lot of Dragon Ball S.H. Figuarts female figures. Like, we had, like, a young Chi-Chi, we have Launch, we have a couple Bulmas, and Android 18, and that's basically it. So we don't have a lot to choose from. You know, by the way, still waiting for an adult Chi-Chi and a Videl. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I love OG Dragon Ball, so I could see myself making a display with these two, and I would definitely put it on my shelf, but it's not the coolest figure, I'd say, so I'd give it a 4 in my opinion, but you let me know what you think. As I said, it's the most biased one, you know. You may not be entirely into like female figures, so maybe you'd be like, I don't want to display that one, you know. But up to me, it's a 4. So all in all, I give this figure a combined total rating of 4.2, which is pretty good. Honestly, I was pleasantly surprised with the figure. I thought it was going to be a lot more frail or not have as much articulation as I'm used to with the other figures. But honestly, I love the way it looks. It's extremely accurate to the series and how I remember it. I like how accurate it is. I like the articulation. I was pleasantly surprised with how much you're able to get out of the figure. Only thing I didn't dislike was how expensive it is compared to the things you do get, you know. So yeah, don't forget to check out my website, dvcshfigs.com. And if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more content, please consider subscribing, liking, leaving a comment here, letting me know what I could do better or what I'm doing good, you know. A little hint about what the next video is probably gonna be. I just got a huge package in the mail. It might actually be one of the biggest figures in the Dragon Ball S.H.Figuarts line, and he's a little icy. So yeah, I'll leave you with that one. Thanks for watching. Appreciate all of you.